Hello everyone, I'm Ash and my dogs behind me are Elsa and Olaf, who just love to aggravate me sometimes. Yes, come here. Come here. This is Elsa. Say hello. She's the instigator today, apparently, and trying to bug her little brother, who wants me to put her down so he can play with her. Anyway, where was I? I'm so happy to have you here. And I logged on to Instagram this morning and I saw that Tyler Perry had posted a video about Black women in history. And Meghan Markle is in it. Now, I did watch the video. It was very well done. It was very well edited. I really loved the moments that were the anonymous women in history. I wish that a lot of that could have been focused on, women in science, in healthcare, in education. And there were a few of those pictures. Meghan Markle's moment is a blink and you will miss it. I knew to look for it. It flashed up and it was gone. I think it might have been the archetypes picture. I don't even remember. But I find it interesting that Tyler Perry continues to love to be linked with this woman, seemingly. I don't really understand it. And even if I did like Meghan Markle, and I used to before I saw through her, even if I did like her, what has she done to be of historical relevance? I mean, she married a prince. Let's see. No, that's about it. She married a prince. And then she couldn't even handle more than 72 days at the job. That's not much of an accomplishment. What has she done since then? I ask anybody this. Anyone who champions her. What has she done? What are her accomplishments? And being that it's Black History Month, let's say specifically for the Black communities, what has she done? Let's see. The Harlem School, where she showed up to read her book to a bunch of students in what was reported as a poverty-stricken area. She was wearing a Joker outfit, which retails for more than $7,000. And brought 2 boxes of vegetables to donate during a pandemic. I mean, if it had been me, I might have said, you know what? I'll take my clothing budget and I'll donate that to the school. But hey, the kids get to split a vegetable, so there's that. They also, I believe, pledged a washer and dryer. I don't recall ever seeing any confirmation that the school received a washer and dryer. Please let me know in the comments if that was the case, because I have never seen it reported whether that pledge was followed through on. Any confirmation on this? Anything? So I ask again, what has she done for anyone? Anyone, please tell me. I would love to know. Sussex Squad, talking to you. What has she done? Why do you like this woman? What accomplishments does she have besides marrying a prince and associating with people who are billionaires? And to Tyler Perry, why have you not cast her in any of your movies if she's such a worthy example of... I don't even know. I don't know. I'll tell you what I did notice in that video is that a lot of women that I would have personally included were not mentioned. The top 2 being Princess Angela of Liechtenstein. And she was actually the first Black woman to marry into a European monarchy. And she's been there for, I want to say she got married around 2000, so over 2 decades. And her people love her from all the reports we get. She literally shattered that glass ceiling. Well, I guess not literally. She very figuratively shattered that glass ceiling. And another favorite of mine who I've followed for years is Emma Thin. She was not mentioned either. She is the first Black Marchioness of England and gorgeous woman. Her fashion is just, oh my gosh, I absolutely love following her. She is of African descent, Nigerian descent, I believe. I'll need to, don't quote me on that. But I'm almost positive. Let's backtrack a bit to 2020 to Megxit. So I don't recall Tyler Perry at the royal wedding. Do you? And again, correct me if I'm wrong. You won't hurt my feelings. I can take it, trust me. But I don't remember him being at the royal wedding. And yet you flash forward to Megxit, and suddenly he's offering his house as some kind of luxurious Airbnb for these two people who are on their freedom flight to safety. I mean, ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So I don't know much about Tyler Perry. I know he pre-COVID, I don't know about now, but pre-COVID, he was the hardest working man in Hollywood. And I would have agreed with that, because even not knowing much about him, he always had projects going. He was always starring, producing, something was always in the works for him. And everyone said what a hard worker he is. I could believe that easily. And I want to be a bit delicate the way I say this. I do know that he has some type of history of abuse in his past. I don't know the details on that. I don't even know if he's talked about the details on that. It's not my business. It's no one's business unless he wants to share it. I do find it very interesting that he chose to team up with Meghan Markle and, in my opinion, bandwagon on her abuse of the royal family. For a victim, a survivor, to willingly team up with somebody on other victims, it was absolutely disgusting. He has never apologized. We know she's never apologized, but he has never apologized, and he should.
This woman was abused, and so was he. To use the institution to try and do all the things that a batterer would do, like, oh, here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut off the money. We're going to not leave you security. We're going to do all those things to make you comply and come back.
No, Tyler. A middle-aged man quit his job and lost the salary and the perks that went with that job. But you know what he was left with? A multi-million-pound trust fund and millions gifted from his father to set up a new life in another country.
In the Oprah interview, you accuse members of your family of racism. You don't even...
No, we didn't.
Well...
And the specifics around her race?
Oh,
the British press said that.
Oh,
the British press said that.
Oh,
the British press said that.
And even when King Charles and the Princess of Wales were diagnosed with cancer, he's still ignoring what he willingly did. No, he's inviting Meghan Markle to the Paley Awards to be a host for him. Not that he allowed her up on the stage. Well, Tyler, I have some bad news for you, and that is she saw you coming, because she has linked herself to you for 18 years because you agreed to be the godfather of her daughter. So congratulations. But based on this week, Tyler Perry seems to be fine with that connection, because it seems he has offered, according to media sources, yet another home for them to stay in due to the intense pressure that Mr. and Mrs. Markle seem to be under. If only we could all have such intense pressure as multi-million-dollar trust funds and gated homes. And my cynical interpretation is that he might loan her a home, but he doesn't bother to come out and defend her against any of the bullying allegations against her. And in fact, if I'm remembering correctly, there were some bullying reports when she stayed in his home in 2020 with his staff that he never came out and defended. Whether that's true or not, we don't know. He's never actually said anything. But it does seem like he doesn't mind being linked with her in the algorithm, which is a good thing, because we've got 14 plus years until little Betty is 18. So enjoy it, Tyler. But that'll about do it for today, and I will speak with you all next week when Invictus kicks off. We'll see if they actually roll out the kids, if it's another Meghan Markle fashion show, or what's going to happen. Who really knows? But have a wonderful weekend, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today. Bye-bye.